Hello everybody, let's discuss how to write queries and mutations in the GraphQL UI, how to run these things. Now as you can see in the background, in my code I have queries and mutations written. So that's why you can see the queries and mutations here. And let's see how to run queries. Now you can actually expand these and get the syntax here. So for example, the name, let's say you want to know the name of the query author, like this you can run. But let me write down so that it will be more beneficial to you. So let's see, you want to know the names of all the authors in the data set. So you run query. So by the way, this is called the GraphQL query language, which is different from SDL, or the schema definition language. So to run the query, so you run query and you can give it a name, let's say author, and then I want to know all the authors. So I want to know the names of the authors. So you can see these are coming like this because it is defined in the schema. So these are the names of all the authors, and I want to know the IDs of these authors. These are the IDs of all the authors available here. And let me see, I want to know the age, and the ages are here. So likewise, you can let's see now how to get a particular author. For example, you give author. Now you can see there are two queries for the author, and the one we run before, it was this one. So now I want to know the author, only one author, and you can give an argument here. So ID, and I want A2 author. And what do I want to know about this author? I want to know the name of him. So the name of the author with the ID A2 is Stephen King. And let's see what kind of books he has written. And books, so I'm going to write a query for books. Now you can see this object type came here because in the background we have, in the definition, schema definition, this field. Okay, so, and the book, and I want to know the title. So these are the books written by Stephen King. And let's say I want to know only 2 books. So you can limit to 2. You can see why it came like that, because in the definition, schema definition, I write here the limit is 3, the default value is 3, but I give this argument so that you can provide it here. So that's how you run queries. Now let's talk about mutations. Now in order to write mutations, you can write the mutation keyword here, and let me see, if you don't remember, you can actually get from here. If you don't remember the syntax, from here. So let me add this one so that it's easy. Okay, so mutation, let me write down, I want to know about I'm going to create a mutation. Remember, the mutation are for mutating or changing the data set. So my mutation here is a create author mutation. So you don't need this part here. So you write the mutation keyword and a name for this one, a mutation. You can write anything. I will write author, something to differentiate. Create author. Let me see. Create author, and this is my mutation here. This mutation is defined in the background code, in my code. It's here. So it takes 3 arguments actually. Let me see, two arguments here. So let me see, I want to write down the name. Let's see, I write our name, new name for the author. Let's see if it will Janit, and then his age will be so these are the parameters or the properties of the author defined in the schema, and the age will be let's say 54. Okay, and then you pass these parameters, names and age. Okay, let me see, there's a small error here. I think I don't need this one because I defined age as an int in the definition, schema definition here. You can see this is the mutation that I'm running here. It's also defined in the schema, and so the age is an integer. That's why I got that error when I try to put a string. So when you run this create author, so it gives me the return of that author. So what you run here is this mutation. This is the resolver for the mutation actually. So the resolver sent a new author. So this is the schema definition for the mutation, this one. So these are actually I commented to update and delete all mutations. You can do that. So, and this is the resolve. These are the resolvers. So this is the resolver for that mutation. That's one that make the query work, make the mutation work. So when I run here, so let's see when if this mutation work, because I use actually just the memory. I don't use permanent storage here to store data in this tutorial. So let's see if it worked. So I want to know right now what are all the authors. So let's see the IDs and the name of all the authors at the moment. So you can see here J.K. Rowling, Stephen King, and all these things, and this is the one we added right now, A5. Okay, so now if you wonder why I got this A5, because I defined it to get like that here in the resolver. You can see. Now in the production settings, of course, you should not get this kind of ID. You should use a library to get a unique ID, but this is only for learning purpose. So that's how you do the queries and mutations in the front end. Here I use the Apollo server. So this is the Apollo server UI. So that's how we run queries and mutations. I hope to bring you another post regarding how to run GraphQL language, the one that you use in the front end, in another post. So thank you for listening. Thank you very much.